Hello guys, good morning. I'm audible.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Audible, sir.
Yes,
Morning,
Adi.
sir. Audible.
Yes, can you confirm in chat box? I'm audible.
Yes, sir. Audible.
Okay, okay, split. Okay, fine. So the first question is why we are moving from the data center to the cloud. Let's begin our session. Yesterday I said right, we are moving from a local data center to cloud. So why this migration? Why we are moving from the local data center to the cloud? There are few reasons, right, that we are moving from a local data center to cloud. That the primary reason is the first reason, maybe I can say scalability. This is one of the important reason that we are moving from a data center to the cloud. Because when you go with the cloud computing, the organization, the company, they can easily scale their computing resource up or down in response to changing in demand based on the traffic. They can able to scale up or they can able to scale down automatically with the help of your cloud computing without having a huge invest on the additional hardware part. But if you go with the data center, we basically invest our money right on data center. For that we have to pay a huge amount of money. But again, we cannot shut down or we cannot turn on right your local data center and all 24/7. It should always provide the availability. But when your load is decreased, your traffic is reduced, or when the traffic is increased, what will happen? Or when the traffic is increased, definitely there is a downtime. No company will like the downtime. But when traffic is reduced, the waste of resources, right? You are wasting the money. So that's the one of the biggest problem in case of your local data center. But if you go with the cloud computing or some kind of cloud provider like AWS, Azure, and all, here we can easily scale up your resources up or down in response to the demand, the traffic. Exactly. Yes, correct, Jaya. Exactly. The same thing that I'm also telling. The second one is, of course, cost saving. Second one is, of course, a cost saving. So when we move to the cloud, the organization can reduce the capital expenditure. We can able to save the money on hardware and the maintenance part. So both we can able to save the money on capital expenditure along with the operational cost also, the maintenance cost also. If you go with the physical servers and all, a data center or on premises, where we have to pay a huge amount of money for your operational one and along with the initial cost, that is very high. But when we go with a cloud, we can able to reduce the capital expenditure on hardware and maintenance, as well as the operational expenses associated with running a data center like electricity and the cooling and all. And another important point is, see, if you go for anyway the data center, right, here you are not investing any money for place. You are not investing any money for the initial the servers and all. Here, suppose if there is a load got increased, again additionally you have to buy a land, right, where you have to place the server. Then obviously for that location and all you have to pay the money with the third party people. And along with that, you no need to wait actually. Here you no need to wait like a 6 month or 1 year. I have to wait now to make that kind of infrastructure. Thereby I can provide the electricity, cooling system. I can add more number of server. That kind of activity you are not involving because you are not dealing with a physical server. You are not dealing with the physical hardware. Then obviously, this is also you are saving. And the one more reason, the important reason is maybe the security, guys. When you go with the local data center and all, you have to invest a lot in order to make the securable infrastructure. But when you go with the cloud provider, they invest heavily in security and compliance measures, which can, provide a better protection for your data and application compared to on-premises solution. But if you go for on-premises server and all, you have to take care of the security part of your data, how you can protect your data, everything you have to take care. But if you go for the cloud provider, the cloud computing, they will invest a huge amount of money for the security purpose. And right, we are all living in the world like someone will come from USA, someone will come from, the client is coming from UK or USA, Canada, and again, we are from India. How we have the access on data? That's the question. But if you go with the cloud, there is a remote access that will enable the remote access. Thereby, you can have the data and application, which can be, particularly beneficial for organization with the distributed team. If the team are in India, that's fine. But if the team is distributed in India or USA, Canada and all, how we can access the centralized placed data through the remote access. Even, we all connected through the Zoom. Zoom is somewhere hosted. Maybe it is hosted in AWS or Azure, I'm not sure, but it is hosted somewhere, right? That's the reason we are all able to access the cloud and all. See, the recordings that also we can able to access in the cloud machine. So the another one is the remote access. If you go for AWS, everyone can able to access the single place, which is an AWS. If you go with Azure, the data is available in Azure. Am I correct? Any questions so far? Guys, can you tell me in the chat box any questions so far? Are you clear with this or do you want me to repeat? Okay. And so what is the other reason? Then of course, the flexibility also I can call on this. Why I'm calling flexibility? See, if you go with the Amazon Web Service or Azure and all, there are millions of software and hardware. When I say not hardware, maybe millions of software that is already pre-installed. They are giving many services. The more than we cannot again tell the number also. Here we have a more number of services. Here we have a more number of softwares. The range of softwares are available inside your cloud itself. If you buy one laptop, what you basically get? You will get one operating system along with one maybe a few maybe a features or few services like Microsoft Word, Paint, Excel sheet. Like that, you will get some software. But if you go with the AWS, you guys can able to buy the different number of server, different flavors, different hardware type, different software type in a single place, right? So when you go with the cloud computing and all, the organization, they can easily and use a wide range of the software part and the services without having to worry about underlying infrastructure. Why we need to worry, right? So we will get many services and software if you go with the AWS or maybe this Azure kind of cloud and all. So why most of the people they are preferring the AWS? Why most of the people they are preferring the AWS or Azure? Why they are not going for the local data center? Why they are migrating from the data center to AWS? One of the another important reason is the reliability part. The reliability. What is mean by reliability? The reliability is nothing but if we are providing a machine or the system or the service with the high availability, with a high availability. It means that minimum downtime. Any company that giving high availability, then the obviously, that is in profit, right? That is in profit. That is in profit. So here also, if you go for cloud and all, where you can buy the server. If there is a problem with the server, automatically you will get another server. If there is a problem with the server, automatically, dynamically you will get another servers also. So that's the reliable one. Actually, if you go with the cloud. But if you go with the local data center, if there is a pain or if there is a problem, everything you should take care. You have to take care. No one will help you out. You have to go to that particular hardware place, and what is the problem? That you have to troubleshoot and you have to fix that particular error and all. But if you go with the cloud and all, easily you can, get the system, raise the ticket, and able to fix the particular part and doing the troubleshoot and seeing the logs, seeing the reports, do the hands-on, that we can able to fix it. So it's a more and more reliable, right? That's another the key features if we go with the cloud and all. So there are many reasons, guys. Here I have listed a few points, but there are several reasons that we are going from the data center to cloud. So I can say one of the important reason is the scalability. This is the important reason. The another important reason is the cost saving. We are saving the capital cost, maintenance cost, and the operational cost, everything that we are saying. And along with this, the security is one of the key features. If you go with the AWS, we are going to cover a different the services which is provided by the AWS for security later. The one more, the remote access. The data is in centralized base. Everyone can able to access a single location. And if we are working in distributed way, if you are working in a different geographical area, it is better to go for the cloud where we can able to work collaboratively. That's another good advantage. So guys, in the interview also, sometimes people might ask this question: what do you mean by high availability? What do you mean by high availability? Availability. What do you think? Can you tell me someone what is mean by high availability? What do you think?
As you said, the minimum downtime, it should have minimum downtime.
Can you confirm what is high availability? If the company they are giving high availability, it means that what?
Can you hear me? Hello?
Don't you know? Okay. So high availability means, see, okay, minimum downtime. Jaya, you are correct. Yes. See, suppose you are working with some application. Say, suppose you are using an Amazon. You are using an Amazon, Amazon.in. Amazon.in. You are using. And suppose whenever you open your page, right, you are not able to see the Amazon page. Instead of that, you are seeing some kind of error. Say you are getting an error called 500 internal server error. 500 means internal server error. Like that, you are getting some error. You are not able to see the web application. Or maybe consider like you are working on Amazon.in and you are searching one product. You are searching one product and you are selecting that particular product also. After selecting the particular product, you are clicking on add to cart. You are adding that particular product to cart and you are going to place that particular product. You are going to order. And here you have to fill the payment information. Here you are going to fill the payment information. After filling the information, you are saying, right, Yes, you are going to click on submit. If you click on this submit, right, automatically the amount from your account will be debited and this product will be placed. But when you click on submit button, right, you filled the payment information now. The customer, the user, they have filled the payment information. Now they are clicking on submit button, but immediately you are seeing an error. Immediately you are seeing an error saying that the application is down. You are seeing like the application is down. Application is down. But is it good application? What do you guys say? Is it a good? Is it profitable for Amazon? You guys will like this one? Definitely you won't like it, right? You have done all the steps. You are searching the product, you are adding to the cart, and you have done the payment information. You are clicking the submit, but you are saying the application is down. Definitely you will get a headache, right? Definitely you will get a pain, right? So this is any company, if application is down, then obviously they are in loss. It is not only related to the payment information. For every reason, if you are trying to use the particular application, but the application is down, is it good? No, it is not a good. That's the reason I'm saying, right? Whenever you use some application, that time that application should work. That's nothing but an IoT. I am not saying the 24/7. I'm not saying the no failures. None of the machine is always success, right? Sometimes everyone will fail. Machine also will fail. But even it is fail, automatically, immediately, it should what? It should take over. It should take over. That's nothing but an high availability. Whenever the need of a customer, whenever if we expect to use the application, the customer application, it should provide, right? So that's nothing but an high availability. High availability, it doesn't mean that like uh, zero downtime. It doesn't mean that no failures. It doesn't mean that 24/7. As much as we can reduce the downtime, it is nothing but high availability. So it is the ability of the service or ability of the computer system that remain operational and accessible even in the event of hardware or software failure. So how it is possible? Suppose if we use any software or hardware or any network component that can take over if your primary component fails. If one machine fails, another server should take care. Right? So that's the reason we are going for cloud. When we go with the cloud, right? If some server fails, other server will take over. So when we go with the redundant hardware, when we go with the good load balancer, when we go with the disaster recovery, that time and all, when even some system fail, the another system will take over immediately. So that's called as an IoT. If someone is asking what is IoT, your answer should be the answer should be you have to tell like whenever so ability of a machine or system, ability of system to remain operational, to remain operational and maybe accessible even in the event of hardware or software fail. Hardware or software fail. So here we have to reduce the downtime. As much as the company can reduce the downtime, they are providing the more availability, high availability. Any questions so far? What is meant by high availability? Any questions so far? Do you want anything me to repeat? High availability அப்படின்னா என்ன அர்த்தம் தமிழ்ல சொல்றேன் பாருங்க. ஒரு கம்பெனி ஒரு சர்வீசஸ கஸ்டமருக்கு கொடுக்குறாங்கன்னா ஒரு கம்பெனி ஒரு சர்வீசஸ கஸ்டமருக்கு கொடுக்குறாங்க. ஒருவேளை ஏதோ அவங்களுடைய ஹார்ட்வேரோ சர்வரோ ஃபெயில் ஆகுது, கம்பெனியோட சர்வர் ஃபெயில் ஆனா கூட அடுத்த இமிடியட்டா செகண்ட் நம்ம என்ன பண்ணணும், அதை தவிர்த்துட்டு திருப்பி நம்பர் ஆஃப் சர்வர் அசைன் பண்ணி கஸ்டமரை சாட்டிஸ்ஃபை பண்ணணும். இல்லைன்னா அவன் அடுத்த வெப்சைட்டுக்கு போயிடுவான். We are living in the world of competition. Things are changing rapidly. If Amazon not working, the people will go for Flipkart. If the Flipkart is not working properly, they will go for Myntra. If the Myntra is not working, they will go for eBay. People never ever wait, guys. Customer, they won't wait because there is a competition. Everywhere there is a competition. Suppose if your WhatsApp it's not working properly, people will go for Telegram. Instead of Telegram, they will go for Hive. Suppose if the Facebook is not working, people will go for again Instagram. Right? There are billions of softwares available. Every software has their own competition. There are different vendors they are providing. You know, right? When compared to WhatsApp, Hive is very beautiful with respect to emoji and all, but no one is using. Why? Maybe the people, the WhatsApp, they are giving more features every month or every year. They are giving different updates. If you go with the Facebook and all, right? So that's the reason, right? So the company or maybe the customer, they won't like the downtime. If they see the downtime, they will go for another application. So in order to satisfy those customers, then obviously we have to make the redundant software. We have to make the redundant hardware. We have to make the good infrastructure. We have to make the service in such a way that we have to provide the better accessibility to the customer. Am I correct, guys? Any questions so far? Irfan, I cannot tell you security and all because in AWS, we have a virtual private cloud, IAM policy, like that we have a different security policies. But as of now, remember, here AWS will take care of protecting your data. You no need to protect your data. So suppose if you are making your local data center and all, the security on your data also you should take care. But if you go with the cloud, especially AWS cloud, they have the different policies, they have the different rules, they made a different protection system, they made a different firewall in order to handle your data, because we are living in the world of hackers. They can, break your data, they can fetch your data. How you can protect it? So AWS has strong security policies. What are the security policies are available? That we will take care in the session, during our session. Others, any question? Dinesh Kumar, Patti, Jaya, Naveen, Prashant, Raghavendra, any question on this? Yes, I'm expecting you should respond. If you're not understanding, you can tell me. Once again, I will repeat, no issues. Right. Okay. Okay, fine. Let's say we run a website. Let's say we run a website. Suppose that experiences a sudden spike in a traffic. That experiences a sudden spike in a traffic. What is traffic, guys? Guys, what do you mean by traffic? What I mean traffic? Can you tell me?
Increasing in load.
I'm saying traffic. Which one is traffic?
Hello?
Data complexity. Okay. Others, what I mean traffic? Okay. See guys, you already know, right? Like when you go for Amazon and Flipkart and all, they will go for the deal of the day. They will go with the great sale and all, right? So that time when there's a deal of the day or maybe a great sale and all, what will happen? Or maybe any independent festival season and all, we will get the, what will happen? They will give the more offers, right? That time what will happen? We will get more traffic, right? When I say more traffic, more customer request. Maybe a read or write request. Some people they will read the data, some people they will write the data, right? There is a sudden rise in traffic. When I say traffic, the customer, the load, the more number of customers they landed into my application. That's nothing but a traffic, maybe due to some promotion or event and all. To handle this increased traffic, right? Suppose if there is a web application that experiences a sudden spike in a traffic due to any promotion or event, to handle the increased traffic, to handle this increased traffic, what I should do? Obviously, I have to increase number of servers, right? I have to increase the capacity of our web server, right? Then only we can able to handle. If you are not increasing the capacity of web server, can we able to handle? Definitely we cannot handle, because we got the sudden spike. Suppose you have like 10 GB data that you want to handle. I want to handle the 10 GB data. For that, you have a machine called, say, I have a machine which has the capacity of, say, I have 100 or maybe any machine, like, so I have a 64-bit machine, and along with the 2 CPU core. So I have a 10 GB data that I need to process. For that, I have a 64, maybe a GP storage, and along with the 2 CPU core, 64 or 16, whatever it might be. But suddenly, your load is increased from 10 GB to 10 terabyte data that I want to handle. Do you think using the same 64 GB, 2 CPU core or 16 GB, we consider it's a 16 GB. 16 GB or 2 CPU core machine can be able to handle? Do you think same 16 GB machine and 2 CPU core can be able to handle the 10 terabyte data? Initially, you have a 10 GB data that you have handled with help of this particular infrastructure, with help of this capacity of the server. But suddenly your load got increased. Can I be able to handle? No. What will happen? Maybe your machine slows down, or maybe the machine will crash, or your machine will break, right? This will happen, right? Because your load got increased. Your load can't be cope up with your server. The infrastructure, the power of the server, it is not cope up, right? So what I need to do? I have to increase the capacity of the server. Then only I can able to handle. In the same way, suppose if you are using Amazon, today, you got around say 1 lakh request. You got 1 lakh request. Yeah, this machine power or the web server capacity can be able to handle. The web server capacity, it is handling. There is no issue. Suddenly your request, it increased from 1 lakh to 10 lakhs. What will happen? Definitely your web server won't cope up, right? For that, what I need to do? I should increase the capacity of the server. Capacity means the hardware and software configuration part that I have to increase. Then only I can able to cope up with the request, right? Now the question is how to increase how to increase the capacity of the server. Guys, there are two ways in which we can able to increase the capacity of server. The one way is we can increase the number of servers. We can increase the number of servers. Suppose we can use some 100 servers or maybe 1,000 servers like that. We can use the 100 servers and thereby we can able to distribute the load. We can able to distribute the load. One way is, suppose like I want to lift 100 kilogram weight. I want to lift 100 kilogram weight. Suppose I'm not very fit. Thereby I cannot able to lift the 100 kilogram weight. What I can do? I can ask 10% to lift the 100 kilogram, right? I can ask the 10% to lift the 100 kilogram. In the same way, if you have a huge amount of data, if one server, it is not cope up with that, what I can do? I can increase the number of servers. Thereby I can able to distribute the load. What is the another way?
Oh, we cannot hear you. Hello?
Okay. G party also. Am I audible now? Am I audible now? Okay, I'm sorry. See, with the horizontal scaling, guys, we would add more server to our infrastructure and we can distribute the incoming traffic across the server. But if you go with the vertical scaling, we would increase the capacity of our existing server. For an example, we might upgrade the processor, we might upgrade the memory or the storage capacity of the server. That would, allow the server to handle more traffic and provide better performance. But however, there is always a limit, guys, to how much we can scale vertically, since there are physical limit to the amount of processing power and memory that a single server can handle. That's one of the problem if you go with the vertical scaling. Because here you are even, suppose I'm the person, if I want to, if I'm going gym and all, I can able to increase the weight. Maybe we have some limit, right? Maybe 100 kilogram or 150, 200 kilogram. There is a limit. We cannot go beyond that particular limit. We cannot increase the capacity of our own muscle, right? The same in vertical scaling, even though you have a machine, only there is a limit. Only that amount of power that you can able to increase. So if you ask me which one is cost effective, I can say horizontal scaling. Who will win the race? Horizontal scaling. Horizontal scaling, it is cost effective way. It is very cost effective. Why it is cost effective? See, in horizontal scaling, they are using number of servers, right? That servers is also called as commodity server, actually. That is one of the server, actually. The commodity servers. That commodity servers you can buy in the place. It is very, very cheap, actually. It is very, very cheap. So the server they are using for making an horizontal infrastructure, those servers is very cheap. That's the reason most of the people they are going for horizontal scaling. The another one of the advantage in horizontal scaling is here we are using the more number of servers, right? More number of servers. If even one or two server fail, it will not affect your application. The traffic will be distributed to another server, right? So it is more, the reliable one I can see. It is more reliable means it is giving the greater scalability. If even one or two machine fails, it will not affect your entire system. That's another key features. If you go with the horizontal scaling, it's a more on scalability and reliability part. But if you go for vertical scaling, if one server fails, there is only one server. If that server itself fails, what will happen? You will not use that particular application, right? The total system got collapsed. But if you go with horizontal scaling, it provides the scalability because here you guys, even the system fails, we can able to allow us to add more resources as needed. Yes, of course, your vertical scaling also. I cannot say, right, we should not go for vertical scaling. In some places, we may need more performance. We are concentrating on more performance. Because if you go for horizontal scaling, I said, right, we are using the commodity server. That server prone to failure because it's very cheap. It's prone to failure. When it is failed, we cannot assure. But if we go for vertical scaling, it's a one machine. Easily, if there is a failure, you are going to look on only one machine. Thereby, easily you can fix the problem. You can fix the error. You can easily fix the error. So thereby, it is providing the more performance. The only thing is, here it is not a cost effective. It is not a cost effective. It is more expensive, I can call on this. More expensive. Again, the choice between these two approaches, depending on the specific need of our website or our application, as well as our budget and infrastructure requirement and all. We cannot tell, right? Hey, we can go for horizontal scaling. We can go for vertical scaling. Like that, we cannot tell. It is purely based on the requirement of the customer, the requirement of the website, the requirement of the budget. What kind of budget you have? What kind of infrastructure that you have? It is all based on that we have to go for whether it is an horizontal scaling or vertical scaling. Even that some company, they are choosing the hybrid scaling also. When they choose the hybrid scaling, based on the requirement, based on the need, AWS will take care whether they should provide the vertical scaling or horizontal scaling. Hybrid is nothing but it's a combination of horizontal plus vertical scaling. Vertical scaling. Who will decide? AWS should decide. But as of now, what is vertical, what is horizontal? In the interview, people might ask, what do you have to say? Hey, horizontal scaling is nothing but where we are increasing the number of servers in order to meet the requirement, in order to scale up. But in case of vertical scaling, here we have only one server, that existing server capacity we are increasing. Are you clear, guys? What is horizontal scaling and vertical scaling? Can you tell me? Otherwise, I will once again revise or repeat. Can you quickly confirm what is an horizontal, what is vertical scaling? Any question?
Hello, can you hear me?
Prashant, what I said, hybrid is nothing but it is a combination of horizontal and vertical scaling. Suppose in AWS, you are going to host your application. Then, based on the application need, AWS will take care whether they should go with horizontal scaling or vertical scaling. It is purely based on the company to company, the project to project, the application to application, it will vary. Suppose you are more concerned about your data protection and you are more concerned about the security part, you more concerned about the performance, you don't want to see the word called failure, then it is better to go for horizontal scaling. Why am vertical scaling? Why I'm saying the vertical scaling? Here, vertical scaling, we are using only one machine. Thereby, your data is not distributed. Thereby, you no need to worry about the security part. The another one is here we are using the only one machine. Prone to failure, it is very, very less. But if you go for horizontal scaling, here you have a number of servers. That servers are very cheap in the market. Thereby, it will be prone to failure. If you are focusing on cost, you can go for horizontal scaling. If you are not focusing on cost, you can go for vertical scaling. If you are focusing on number of server, go for horizontal. If you are concentrating on only one server, go for vertical. And this problem, right, whether I have to choose horizontal scaling or vertical scaling on particular situation, that will be taken care by AWS itself. Because AWS enable both horizontal and vertical. That's nothing but a hybrid scaling. It is a combination of horizontal and vertical. Others? Any question? What is meant by horizontal and what is meant by vertical scale? And what is hybrid scale? Can you quickly confirm? Say yes or no? Okay, fine. So, then from today, we will start with AWS. Because as I mentioned, there are different cloud providers in the market. Amazon Web Service is one of the cloud provider. And along with that, we also have Azure, a Google Cloud, IBM, Salesforce. Like that, we have many cloud provider in the market. But one of the leading cloud provider in the market, which is an Amazon Web Service, because they have the different features, they are providing the different services, they are giving the different infrastructure, the cost is also very low, and they have the good security policy. There are reliability, the flexibility one, and there are different regions and geographical places. There are several reasons, guys. We'll cover one by one. We'll try to understand. So Amazon Web Service, it is the top leading cloud provider in the world. Today, most of the IT company, most of the IT projects, they hosted their application. It might be a mobile application or web application or desktop application. They hosted into a cloud. Yeah, Jaya, I will share you in Amazon Web Service. Okay. Anyway, we are going to learn most of the important services and the tools from the AWS part. Let me open aws.amazon.com. So this is the URL, guys, aws.amazon.com. Are you just in Google? You can type, right, Amazon Web Service. That's enough. It will landing to this aws.amazon.com. First of all, you have to create an account, guys. Remember, you have to create an account. Then only we can explore more. So today I will cover only the how to create an account, that part. See, here you can do the sign up and all. When you click on sign into console, yes, here if you have already have a username and password, you can go with. But if you don't have, you have to create a new Amazon Web Service account. Click on that. Click on that, and you can give the email address. Which email address that you want to use? That email address you have to give it here. That email address you have to give it here. Suppose I'm typing some email address. Say I'm typing one email address, and then you can give some account name. Say I'm giving again my name. After giving this, you have to click on verify email address and come below, and I'm giving this details. Okay, that will send a code, guys, that you can find it in your email address. Let me open my it is saying actually I already have an account, but I'm not sure with verification code. Only 1 minute. Better for you guys, we can create an account. Can you tell me your email address, guys? Someone, can you ping your email address? You can create an account. Oh, I'm getting enough, guys. You guys can create it. Actually, only one email address I'm taking. Okay. Okay. I will take the Prashant email address and giving the account name also, like Prashant. Okay. And click on verify email address. And Prashant, can you tell me the verification code that you got in your email? You got some verification code. Can you please check your email and please share it to me? Okay. And here I can give the verification code and click on verify. And Prashant, I'm going to set some password. This password I will share you now. I will share you through your WhatsApp. I'm going to set your password for you. And you can change your password later. And click on continue. And then you have to fill this basic information. So how do you plan to use AWS? It is for personal, it is not a business. And the name, which is Prashant, the mobile number. Okay. Prashant, can you tell me your mobile number also? Okay. So again, is an India. Address, maybe I'm putting Chennai. City, I'm putting Chennai. This is Tamil Nadu. And the postal code, something I'm going to give it. And then done, and continue with the step number 2. And then you have to fill the credit card or debit card information. See, initially, when you give the credit card or debit card, 2 rupees will be deducted from your account. How many rupees? 2 rupees will be deducted, but after 3 days or 4 days, that amount will be redebited. It means credited into your account. It will be credited in your account. After 3 to 5 days, they have given, right? We will not charge for you for use below AWS free tier limits. So it's a free tier account that only I am creating. First 1 year, it is free actually. You guys can use it. I will tell you tomorrow what are the different, the payment options are available in AWS. You don't need to worry about that. First 1 year, they are not going to charge anything. We are going to use the free account only. Right? For that only we are filling this credit card information and all. We may temporarily, hold up to $1, but I think in India it's a 2 rupees. And after 3 to 5 days, again it will be credited in your account. So you have to provide a valid credit card or debit card. Mostly debit card won't work, I think so. So try to go with the credit card. And you can fill those information and click on verify and continue. Thereby, your AWS account is ready. And if you don't want to provide your PAN number, you can make it as a no. Only thing is you have to fill your credit card information. Then only we can able to create an account. Again, you can, if you don't have a credit card, like you can get it from your friend. Don't think like it will charge you huge money. No, not like that. Only 2 rupees. First 1 year, it is very free. After that, you can delete the account and you can sign in with a different user ID and password. Because we are not running the business, we don't need to pay anything to the AWS. They are giving, free of service that we can utilize. So any question, guys? Yes, can you tell me, guys, any question? Prashant, what you guys can do? I have already logged your application. Only thing is you have to fill your credit card information and you can create an account. You just make it enable. Fine. Tomorrow, we are going to start our very first service, which is nothing but EC2, Elastic Cloud Computing. It's the first services we have to learn from your AWS. That we will cover tomorrow. Today, I need everyone, you have to create your AWS account. Please make sure, yes, I will share you. Please make sure you should create an account on AWS. It is mandatory. Because from tomorrow onwards, we are going to take 60 to 70% practical session. Only 20% is theoretical one with respect to the practical session. Right? For that, you should have your AWS up and ready. So we have any question? If you don't have any question, that's it today. We'll see tomorrow. But if you have any question, you can ask me. Today I've covered what is high availability, what is horizontal and vertical scaling, and how to create an account. And along with that, why we are moving from data center to cloud. Only the theoretical part we have done. Nothing we have started it. 2 sessions is completed. Tomorrow we will start those 2. Any question? Again, guys, you should be very active, guys. Please reply and please confirm. Fine. Fine. Then thank you, guys. We'll see tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.